Today we're looking at areas of triangles. So if you can get your title and your grade into your book with the title underlined. Also make sure you put today's date. And then using pencil and ruler, can you get a quick drawing of this little triangle here? Notice you're not going to be able to draw it to scale because I've said 3 meters and 4 meters. So it just needs to be a little triangle drawn in your book with correct equipment. For triangles, the formula is just a little bit different to rectangles. So today we're going to use a slightly different version. For a triangle, the area is equal to the base of the triangle, so that's going to be the bottom, multiplied by its height, so that's how tall the triangle is, and then we divide by 2. This is the same formula that we're going to use every single time for a triangle. So for triangles we use this formula, for rectangles we use the formula that we used the last couple of lessons. So here what we would need to do is to say base, which is 4, times by the height, so the other measurement I'm given here is 3, and then divide by 2. Now 4 times 3 is 12, divide that by 2, that gives us that the area of this triangle is 6, and then just like last lesson, because we're looking at area, the units are going to be meters, because that's what the units here are, squared. Make sure you've got this copied into your book, and we'll move on to the next example. Here's the second example. This time it's slightly different. We've still got a triangle with some measurements, but we're going to do this and treat this slightly differently because it's not always sides that we use. Can you get a quick diagram of this drawn into your books using pencil and ruler? This line here, notice, is a perfectly vertical line. So use the squares in your book to draw a nice vertical line that goes from the bottom up to the top of the triangle. It is not the same as the side of this triangle. It is showing us how tall it is going from the bottom up to the top, but not losing the actual side. Even though the diagram looks different, what we do is exactly the same. So we would need to do area equals, and to speed this up, instead of using base, we're going to say B times height, so h, divided by 2. We're going to do the exact same thing there. So the base here is 8 times by the height, that's the other measurement we're given, so 5, and then divide by 2. The divide by 2 bit is what we do every single time it's a triangle. 8 times 5 is 40, then we need to divide by 2, so we get that our final answer here is going to be 20, because 40 divided by 2 is 20, centimetres squared. It's centimetres this time because that's the unit in the question. I would like to see if you can try do this without a calculator. However, if you really need to, for some of the questions, I'll say that you can. Can you do as before? Make sure that you're copying all the questions into your book with a little diagram. Don't worry if your diagram doesn't look exactly like the one on the worksheet, but I do want you to make sure you have written the formula and then shown me your working along with your answer and your units. And I'd like you to do this for every single question.